Guys, I guess kicking off with the first most obvious question, are you enjoying yourself so far at MCM Comic Con? Are you looking forward to meeting many Power Ranger fans here this weekend?
Oh yeah, I had met heaps already, and it's been amazing just seeing everyone going around with their cosplay, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I've been out to this way several times, and the fans are always amazing, so they got a good crowd out there. Looking forward to meeting everybody.
Yeah, I love coming out to the UK. Every con is amazing, and all the cosplay. It's great to kind of see them come out and hang with everybody. Friends as we, it's always good to meet.
I mean, talking about that fan base, I know it's a big question, one you've probably been asked many times. What do you think it is fundamentally about this franchise and all its different iterations that gives it that global and timeless appeal that it very clearly has?
Well, I think I just had a chat with one of the fans, one of the younger fans, who's come up and obviously said, you're a big part of my childhood. I think it's because they learn a lot of models that you learn as a young kid through it, and I think that stands the test of time, and the fans themselves are what make it a cult. So when you have someone coming up and saying you're a big part of my childhood, it's a really humbling experience, but I think that's the reason, is because they do learn quite a lot of how to be, for want of a better phrase, a good human being in life. So I think that's probably why it makes it such a timeless thing for kids.
Yeah, to echo on that as well, I think something about the way they did the different colors, and they've been really good at spreading out the ethnicities and the colors, and it just, something about the formula worked. And I think it lasted through, once it got, a good 7, 8, 9 years in, people are getting older, and now they're watching with their younger brothers, and now people are having kids, they're watching it. So somehow they're able to just, in addition to what he said, just transcend time. Yeah. And now it's just feeding on itself like a sports team. Dads are watching with their sons. This is what what the season's on now, but check out what Dad watched when he was a kid, and it just, the formula works. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I love that when you actually see the kids and the dads all cosplaying together.
Yeah, like a sports team. Yeah.
Well, my son, who's 9 this year, he actually wanted to cosplay or dress up for Halloween as my character. And so I was like, oh, dad moment. Especially, I grew up on the show myself. I remember sitting there with cereal, watching Power Rangers. Definitely dressed up as one for Halloween. So now to still be a part of it, and like years 15, 16 years on, we get to hang out and travel and still part of my life and my family. And I'll probably get maybe a few more years of it. It'll still be cool, for my son until it gets that little bratty age. And then so I want to eat it up for now,
Well, for us, we're sitting next to someone who we watched. I watched him as a Power Ranger, So
yes,
for me, to actually then be a Power Ranger, with the way that I saw it back in the day, is, when I got that role, I knew what was ahead of me, and not really knowing what the cult following was like. The fandom with Power Rangers is amazing, and I think that's a really exciting thing to be a part of.
So, of course, it's the 25th anniversary this year, and you yourself, Jason, were a part of the anniversary special. How is it, first of all, being a part of that, being involved with that again in the show so many years after you were initially in it? Obviously, I know you came back for the 20th as well. How does it feel coming back to the show occasionally and seeing sort of different crews, different casts, how the show develops like that?
It's always great. It's people always ask me what my favorite, as an actor, what the favorite thing that I've done. I'll always have a special place for Power Rangers in my heart. So coming back on the 20th anniversary, it was almost like a high school reunion. I knew a lot of the same crew that was there, and the directors, the producers, and we all keep in such good, we keep in touch today. I had lunch with one of the producers from Power Rangers, 2 days ago, who was in the show back when I was there. So it's always cool coming back. We created this fraternity of girls and guys where we're all very close. So whenever you come back and we get the film, it's hard to keep us focused because we're doing a lot of laughing and screwing around, but it's always an honor to be asked back, and I had a great time.
Yeah, I sort of felt that as well when we did MorphCon, because obviously we 15 years ago we did the series, but we never really got a chance to meet other casts. But coming and meeting them at that particular con and other cons, you already feel like a family. It's already like you know each other. And so you sort of slip into friendship really easily, and I think that's a great part of it as well.
I mean, you said your son watches it now. Would you two ever consider coming back if say for like the 30th, or just as a reunion, or?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat for sure. Especially, I mean, you know, to travel and to film, you can't beat that. New Zealand was an amazing place to shoot. You could hardly call it work. So yeah, anytime I would do it again. I love being on set. I still work on projects. Just wrapped up a show called The Murders, and then did 2 seasons on the Beyond. So I buzz when I'm on set. You feel weird when being off set almost. So yeah.
There's a guy in my series, Jason Chan, who came up with a good saying about it. I mean, in acting, especially in the Power Rangers, I mean, you'd be out there for full days. But he said, you know what? I do the acting for free. They pay me to wait. So yeah, everything else is done for free because it's not like work when you're out there in front of the camera, especially working with casts and crews like I have with Power Rangers and other series that I've done before as well. But Power Rangers is something about you know, kick flipping around a forest for a day. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't feel like work.
Do you guys all still keep up with the fitness? Can you still do all like the tricks and that, or the kick flips, or that no more?
I'm not going to joke. This morning, my knees started feeling a little. Is it happening today? Really? Is this the day that my warranty runs out?
I like that. My warranty runs out.
I won't be doing a backflip off this table, but yeah, no, you do need to maintain some form of training. I mean, my man over here, I know every morning he's up 6, 7 o'clock working out. I almost needed to ask him to slow down a little bit because he's getting too big when we come to these cons. I'm too big. I mean, the same size from when we filmed, and he's just getting bigger.
Well, we were quite young when we did the show, but yeah,
16 years now,
yeah,
right?
the physical side of it was, I mean, we had Japanese stunt doubles, and obviously, you know, every series, you know, Koichi and all those guys were amazing. But to spend 2 weeks doing martial arts training, I did 5 years of martial arts when I was from 8 to 13. You know, seriously, you know, doing gradings and getting belts, but you know, that stopped when I went to high school and then acting school and stuff like that. But it was nice to get back to that, do 2 weeks with your stunt double who's teaching you how to move, not just do martial arts, but specifically for your character and the animal or whatever your motif was. I'm the rhinoceros beetle, so they would be teaching us how to move that way, but also teaching us martial arts. I remember one time where, you know, you got to be flexible, obviously, so they would put a leg on their shoulder and they'd slowly stand up. And I remember doing it, and I went, "What's the Japanese word for ouch?" Itai, itai, itai. You know, as he's going further and further up with the leg on his shoulder, and our backs are up against the wall. So you know, it was pretty crazy.
That's the only Japanese you know.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, no, it was pretty a lot of fun with the Japanese stunt doubles, learning that sort of stuff, and they were amazing what they did.
I say, guys, have you got any memorable stunts that you took on yourselves in the show?
There was one that we almost did. Koichi. I mean, Koichi was like. I was having this conversation earlier. Now, stunts you can the mechanics can be like tweaked right to the poundage and the distance. Back then, it was like, okay, you know, add a person onto the rope, lay the mat down, send them flying. Oh, they missed the mat. Move the mat a bit further. Add a person. Take a person off now. Okay, try it again. Oh, okay, we hit it. Now 3 people, and the mat needs to be 8 feet or something like that.
Do the stunt, ask questions later.
Yeah, and we had one that Koichi came up and I remember him asking. He's like, "Have you ever done like mountain climbing? You know, lanyard work?" And I'm like, "Yeah." That's what you do, you know. Can you ride a horse? Yeah, I can ride a horse. You learn on the day.
Say yes, ask questions.
Exactly. So, you know, I knew the normal how to, you know, to climb, and so I was like, sure. We got as far as me almost going over, and I believe it was one of the Disney execs. Somebody came up, and they're like, "Is that one of our cast?" that you have like hung over the rock quarry where you notice it's like we've shot every Power Ranger at that rock quarry.
Yeah.
They're about to hang over, and you can see them having a kind of a conversation, pointing up and going down. It's like, no, get our cast off the rope. He can't be climbing. That's what we have the stunties here for.
Wow.
So, but yeah, there's some good ones that we were able to do, but the stunties, I mean, they were breaking bones in there. A few of them that would come in.
Yeah.
A few scenes, they were actually what you saw they were doing some real pretty crazy stunts in there.
See, you guys had it tough. We were lucky because we were when I on the show, it was union, so it's like they were just there was a time I had to run up a flight of stairs, and I played college baseball, but I get the stunt double because I could run up a flight of stairs and. No, stay there. The guy's holding an umbrella over my head. So they were very, very careful with us that we went nowhere near it. My season.
Sort of wrapping on cotton wool, yeah.
Yeah. There were some times though there were major explosions because we always wanted to get out there as much as we could. And they're like, when you start running, there was one scene in I think it was the end of time. It was episode 39 or 40. But they're like, when you guys start running, and they're blowing up downtown LA, when you throw him on your shoulder and start going, don't stop, because when they hit the explosion button, it's going to go. You can just feel the heat just go.
Yeah.
So a lot of times that stuff was pretty real.
Yeah, actually, the opening scene that they used with the standard Power Ranger big explosion, they did a little walkthrough. They're like, okay, there's the fire pot. And say exactly.
Yeah.
Like he says, when you pass that fire pot, you got to keep going because they're gonna go.
They're gonna detonate it. Yeah.
And I fell.
Oh,
I did a face plant. And Pooh's a big man, so he's got one hand and he just basically puts down. I feel him getting picked up, and the explosion.
You fell down on accident?
That was in a creek, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
in
it
the
was
creek.
In the water, and it's like you could feel the heat going off, and it's like it was like real time. It's the one they ended up using it too. So you kind of
wow,
trying to be heroic.
You weren't acting there. You were really freaking out. You looked scared. You're like, I was. I was.
I was like, I'm gonna keep running.
It's real fire.
Yeah. Oh, look, I loved also doing some of the casual clothes or in the normal character fight scenes. I remember I got to do a few of those with Pua because we were two Red Rangers in the same series. We got to fight against each other, so getting the opportunity to do that and do as much of the fight scene as you can was a lot of fun as well. Sort of creating that and getting taught how to do it and then actually making it come alive on screen was a lot of fun. Yeah. So there was lots of stunts that we didn't get to do. I mean, we also got wrapped up in cotton wool as well. I would have loved to have done some wire work and stuff like that, but no, they said no, any injury and production stops because we have to be out there every day. So, but yeah, no, it was a fun set to be on.
A lot of the fight sequences, though, they allow you to get involved, and even the stunts were like after the take, you would get so you're doing 3, 4, 5 hits and a kick that you get into it so much, and at the end you're like. Did I hit you? I actually hit you. Sorry. I felt like I got into it so bad, but so a few times they were actually real making contact on a few of the guys were there and the women. So it was at the end you're just apologies, but it was fun.
Really fun. I think unfortunately we have to put you back in cotton wool apparently. We're getting to
Right.
Alright, but thank you so much guys.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.